From Lalate News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on Lalate.
Friday, March 5th, 2021. It's the top of the second hour on Noontime, Lalate. Your $14 third stimulus check bill will be law as early as Saturday, but your fourth stimulus package will likely have reoccurring stimulus checks in there as well. Yes. And Senator Elizabeth Warren's wealth tax bill has now set up a path to get you funding for $200 a month on top of your SSI and SSDI. How will it work? And support for your wealth tax is going across the country, along with MSC. And now FPUC Retro is getting pushed as well from Ron Wyden. All in the fourth stimulus package. The excitement across the country unfolds as we await our third stimulus check. Second hour of Noontime L8 starts right now. Across the country, Americans are watching the excitement unfold on the Senate floor. A $14 third stimulus check bill is underway for a vote today. It's called a vote-a-rama. That vote-a-rama will continue tomorrow, Saturday. The vote will conclude Saturday, and the bill will become passed in the Senate tomorrow. Then back to the House as early as tomorrow, and then to the president's table to sign as early as Saturday evening. You will have a $14 third stimulus check signed into law as early as the end of tomorrow. Item number one. Number two, a $1,400 third stimulus check will be landing your bank account next week, but Senate Democrats have now said that when the fourth stimulus package bill comes to them in the next few weeks, yes, there is a fourth stimulus package bill. There will not be one stimulus check in there. There will be reoccurring stimulus checks. Insanely great news. And then this, Elizabeth Warren's getting positive reaction from people in Massachusetts, her home state, where she introduced on Monday a wealth tax bill that would pay for your SSI and SSDI along with other programs. Now, 50% of Bostonians and people in Massachusetts polled in a new report today say they support the bill. And how is this working? Let me explain right now. This is huge, great news. Huge, great news. Number one, your $14 stimulus check is becoming law as early as tomorrow. Number two, the stimulus check will go out early next week. Number three, a push is now underway, and not just a mild push. 11 of 50 Democratic senators, and at least to start, is saying that when the fourth stimulus package gets underway in the next few weeks or next few days, they will demand reoccurring stimulus checks every month. The amount still unknown, but presumably will be about $2,000 a month. That's that item. Meantime, also sort of anchored to it is Ron Wyden's promise to viewers of this channel yesterday that, this is Ron Wyden, that he supports FPUC Retro, paying under the fourth stimulus package your unpaid FPUC from July to December of last year. It's about $12,000 because it's about 20 weeks to $600 a week. He promises to push for it if you, the viewers of this channel, can get other Democratic senators support for it as well, to a cleanup bill in the fourth stimulus package. Yes, that exciting news as well. But this recording is going over this person, Elizabeth Warren. On Monday, she introduced the wealth tax bill. On Tuesday, she talked about it. And today, the news is she's getting support in Massachusetts in a new poll. Let me explain what's going on. First, if you've not hit that subscribe button, today is the day to hit the subscribe button. I mean, look at it. You know what you've done as members of this community. Since October of last year, we have pushed for SS200 It's now starting to get movement. We have pushed for MSC. It has not just gotten movements, it's gotten 11 senators behind it. We have pushed for FPUC retro. We've not only gotten support, we have a Democratic senator who says he will headline it if you get more Democrats behind it. And that's for a channel that is now only a week old. Last week, this day, I launched this new live format. 2 hours in the morning, mornings LA, 2 hours in noontime, and 2 hours in afternoon. 2 more shows, this one, and then an SSI show coming up right after this, and then we go into afternoons LA for 2 more hours after that. You gotta hit subscribe. Come on, this channel's on fire. Its biggest growth ever in 3 weeks in the last 2 days. I love it. I love you, and you are just an incredible family. And who is in the room? There's Crystal. There's Handy. There's Dee Dee. I'm so grateful and blessed, Ellie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Dee Dee. There's Kimberly. And there's Sharon. There's William. There's Debbie Cox. There's Jenny. And there's Crystal. And there's Handy. And there's Jenny. How are you, Jenny? Mr. Dale. Reverend Janet. How are you? And there is Kimberly as well. Oh, thank you, Gil Ibarra, for the dancing pair, and Jacob and Stephanie and Cassandra and Lewis Watson. How are you? Let me explain what's going on with this wealth tax. During her campaign for president in 2020, spring of 2020, Elizabeth Warren wrote and told news everything that you now know about for SSI. She said 3 items. She wanted to provide $200 a month on top of your existing SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits for 12 months of $2,400 to get you through the pandemic. Number 2, she wanted a new benchmark, different than COLA. It would be CPIE, so that your benefits would increase more year after year. I detailed more about what COLA is and CPIE earlier today. Then third, she wanted a lifetime increase up to 20% for people because she thought your benefits had been left behind. Now, she said this during her campaign trail for president, and then critics said, how are you going to pay for it, Senator? She said, give me a second, I'll tell you. Then she introduced another program on the campaign trail. They said, how are you going to pay for that? She said, give it a second, I'll explain to you. And then she introduced the SSI bill to the Senate in March of 2020. Chuck Schumer co-signed it. It died because Mitch McConnell was the speaker, was the majority leader at the time. And critics continue to ask, how are you going to pay for it? And then she said this, a wealth tax bill. A wealth tax bill? How would this work? And what she introduced is what she introduced on Monday. Thank you, Melissa, for the dancing lemon. While on campaign trail for president in spring of 2020, she said, the way I'm going to pay for this and other programs is by introducing a wealth tax bill. And on Monday, she did that. She did exactly that. She introduced on Monday a wealth tax bill, standalone bill, to the Senate that would generate $2.75 trillion. As members of this channel, you have a copy of the bill. Mr. Black, thank you. How are you? And there's Elke, and there's Don, and there's Crystal, there's Casey. $2.75 trillion over 10 years, paid for the following way. A 2% tax for people whose net worth is over $50 million, and an additional 1% tax for people whose net worth is over $1 billion. It would generate $2.75 trillion for the U.S. economy in tax revenue over 10 years. During the campaign trail, she said that money would be used for programs like the SSI and SSDI. Wow, this is huge. On Monday, she introduced it. On Tuesday, thank you. Who is that? That is Latasha. What a beautiful name. And there's Jeffrey. On Tuesday, she talked about the bill. And today, a new report from Boston.com asked its viewers their reaction to the bill. And 50% said they're in favor of it. They're in favor of it for a series of different reasons. George out of Boston told the publication, the Warren proposal is a modest and long overdue step towards addressing inequalities in income and wealth. Then Rob out of Everett said, you don't have to be a millionaire to live comfortably. There's a feeling of satisfaction that comes from being considerate to others. Ricky out of Braintree says a wealth tax would provide enough funding to make impactful changes to the less fortunate across the country. The support continued in the publication. Ben out of Bedford said not only can they pay more, but the extra wealth shows they gain more from a functioning, stable society. And then there was John out of Shrewsbury. If there's an honest math that truly breaks down the ultimate rich pay less, then it's a good idea to put forward for the taxpayers. Amen. Elizabeth Warren explained that as Congress develops additional plans to help our economy, the wealth tax should be at the top of the list to pay for the plans because of the huge amount of revenue it generates. Thank you to the Dancing Pair, says Sabrina. And there's Bruce, and then there's Megan and Crystal and Elgie. Are they done reading the 625-page bill? Yeah, they're done. They were done with that yesterday, Elkie. Absolutely. That was Ron. That was Ron Johnson. That was done yesterday. The wealth tax is popular among voters of both sides, says Elizabeth Warren, for good reason, because they understand the system's rigged to benefit the wealthy and large corporations. Sandra, thank you for the lemon with the trumpet. And Elizabeth Warren, Devon, thank you for the super chat. There's Steve, and there's Team Angel, there's Holly. Warren says, as lawmakers will catch up with the overwhelming majority of Americans who are demanding more fairness, more change, and more believe it's time for a wealth tax. That dancing bear is boxing. That dancing bear is boxing from Frank Figueroa. How are you? There's Porter. And there's Paula. Do you have all the 625 pages? Where's my camera? Do I have the bill? All members have had the bill since 3 weeks ago. That's what this channel does. All the members, if you not become a member, you want to become a member because as soon as there's a bill, you get it right away. We don't wait for Ron Johnson to read us the bill. You as a member got the third stimulus check bill 3 weeks ago. It hasn't been changed with the exception of the phase out, which no one really cares about because that's for the people make six figures a year. You've had the bill for 3 weeks as a member of this channel. You had Elizabeth Warren's bill from Monday since Tuesday. There's Angel. She just became a Purple Hawk, so she will get the bill as well. You get everything as soon as something happens. Elizabeth Warren's bill doesn't mention SSI in there, so you don't look for that word. Rather, on the campaign trail, she said that that's how she will use the money to fund these things. There's Melissa Coleman with a winged lemon. I love it. Everyone welcome Angel Eyes to the family. Oh, I missed Angel Eyes. Everyone welcome Angel Eyes to the family. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says that the stimulus needs to go right away, ensures that people on the other side of this pandemic are met with strong, growing economy. President Biden spoke about this as well. He said that we need a solution consistent with Senate rules, and we need this out right away. Billionaire Leon Cooperman yesterday said that he's not a fan of Elizabeth Warren's because he's a billionaire. He's a self-admitted billionaire. But he says that I believe in progressive income tax structure, and I believe that the rich people should pay more. Wow. This is huge news. And the huge news about Elizabeth Warren is just starting. The huge news about your multiple stimulus checks under a fourth stimulus package. Yes, reoccurring stimulus checks as being pushed by 11 senators is just happening. And the push for FPUC retro under a fourth stimulus package to pick up what was unpaid under this stimulus package is just happening. But guess what? I'll be back with more in just 60 seconds. Here's a little bit about the community page and today's programming lineup. Stay with me for more. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join Lalate Daily for the excitement of the new Lalate live daily. The excitement starts on mornings Lalate at 9 a.m. Home Lalate returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons Lalate at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on Lalate. It's a big day with a lot of exciting news across the board. I'm so glad you joined me. This is at Noontime Lalate, the final hour. And the big development is that Wall Street is awaiting that fourth stimulus check. No, third stimulus check. So many stimulus checks, hard to keep track of. Third stimulus check. The vote is underway in the Senate. There will be no modifications. And then it's off to the House, and then it's off to be signed. The fourth stimulus check will become law as early as, the third stimulus check will become law as early as tomorrow, and then we're off to fourth stimulus. In the commercial break, someone asked a really good question. Are people on SSI and SSDI going to get a fourth stimulus check? Of course they are. Of course they are. If you're on SSI and SSDI and Social Security and Railroad benefits, yes, you're getting a fourth stimulus check. One of the questions that I got yesterday, which just doesn't belong in any recordings, but I'm going to put it right here, is that some people have heard these rumors about a $4,000 veterans check. I have heard no indication of the validity of that. And at least one of the volunteers and myself thinks it's a scam. So if you're hearing about a $4,000 veterans stimulus check, be on high alert. It may not be authentic. I don't know anything about it. So I can neither confirm nor deny that it's true. Handy. How are you? Thank you for the dancing bear. The big news as you join me on the top of the hour is that the third stimulus check will become a law. And then we're off to fourth stimulus. And fourth stimulus would happen in May. More about that at the top of the hour when we go into afternoons Lalate. But this recording is about Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, during her campaign trail for president, said that the wealth tax would pay for the programs she was advocating for, including SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits. That's $200 a month on top of your existing benefits and a 20% increase and a new benchmark different than COLA. COLA doesn't move as the CPI, unlike CPIE. CPIE moves, price of goods go up. What's going on? When milk and eggs go up, COLA stays still. When gas goes up, COLA stays still. So when December rolls around, they tell you what your benefits are next year. Your benefits don't go up much because they keep on tying them to COLA. Now, you and I know very clearly that you don't need a bill to tie benefits to CPIE instead of COLA. You can do this by executive order. You don't need an increase your benefits up to 20% by bill either. You can do this by executive order. I mean, the president did executive orders to raise SNAP. He came in on January 20th and raised SNAP by 15%. So you can raise SSI and SSDI for 1 year by executive order or tie it to COLA. You can do that by executive order, but it can also be done by bill. And funding it by bill, now underway from Elizabeth Warren. I'll have more details because I know you're excited. I am too, as our standalone SSI SSDI show kicks up right after this in just 3 minutes. Angel Eyes upgraded to Purple Power. Wow. Just joined, and now Angel Eyes is a Purple Power member. Very exciting. Everyone welcome Angel Eyes to the family. And join me, because in 3 minutes from now, I'm back with you with our standalone quick show about SSI and SSDI. It's a quick show before we go into afternoon's Lalate. The excitement continues from here, live in Los Angeles, as we go into SSI and SSDI, starting right now. Stay with Lalate for more. Join the next feed and hit that subscribe button just like Angel Eyes did as well.